The recent urgent communication from Satoshi Kusama suggests that he has no plans to slow down anytime soon. There is doubt about more than 100 trillion Shiba Inu. Whale populations are rapidly declining. There is widespread fear. The hidden signal, however, is in this message. This is long overdue, but it might finally cause the Shiba Inu price to go up a few notches. Tell me what's going on. For what reason will this change Shiba Inu forever? Okay, I'll try to clarify. Welcome to Dr. Crypto, your daily serving of Shiba. This is the spot for you if you're curious about anything related to Shiba. If you want to keep informed about all the latest news forecasts and stay ahead of the crypto industry, subscribe. To get more SHIB news, be sure to click the like button. How utterly absurd. For the simple reason that Satoshi Kusama has just shocked the whole Shiba Inu clan. After what seemed like an eternity of total silence, there has been zero mention of anything, nothing zero. All of a sudden, he sprang from nowhere and shattered the stillness, and now things start to get crazy. He expressed his intense anger in his most recent communication. Indeed, it is correct. Everyone in the town was talking about it afterward, as one would expect. Are people starting to wonder whether he's going to depart Shiba Inu soon? Was there an error? Could this be a problem? At last, this is it. Let me tell you something, though. This may be very bullish for Shiba Inu, because there's a signal or secret message in Satoshi's words that has the potential to set Shiba Inu ablaze and send it flying. This drama isn't your average. Perhaps this is the catalyst that sets everything in motion. First things first, though, how is the pricing currently? What effect, if any, does this news have on the Shiba Inu rankings? Take a look at this. Notable crypto expert recently made a major announcement. Over the last 2 weeks, Shiba Inu has been displaying some really impressive indicators of strength. During that period, there was a noticeable increase in the price, and that is important enough to not overlook. Of course, we haven't quite returned to those illustrious all-time highs just yet, so what's going on right now? A scenario is beginning to take shape. According to Ali Martinez, a well-respected expert in the field, the TD sequential, widely regarded as one of the most trustworthy technical indicators, has recently shown a strong buy signal on the weekly chart of Shiba Inu. Wow, that's very massive. When a significant reversal is going to occur, this kind of indication typically appears. So, you want to know something. All signs point to a significant increase. There seems to be a contagious vibe in the room. An individual recalled that in April of 2021, Shiba Inu suddenly began to surge in popularity. Its meteoric rise caught everyone by surprise. Even if the specifics will be different this time, he is certain that history may be preparing to repeat itself. He is unsure of what will trigger it, however. Then there's Crypto Guru, who maintained a minimalist approach while still packing a significant punch. According to him, Shiba Inu are about to have a tantrum. I won't go into detail other than to say that quiet confidence strikes a different chord. This drama that Satoshi stoked didn't remain silent for long, which is in stark contrast to the calmness we experienced before. It was contagious. His message shook more than just the neighborhood the minute it landed. That roused the whales. Yes, major participants. People who had a lot of money riding on this game were quick to notice. Actually, there was an enormous uptick in whale activity near Shiba Inu in the early hours of Monday's Asian trading period. We're talking about an enormous increase, about double the norm. These major owners reportedly transferred Shiba Inu, valued in the millions all at once, according to Intada Block statistics. You don't see it very often. For what reason is it significant? Because there is often one meaning when whales behave in this way. They're positioning themselves. These major stakeholders aren't idly doling out cash. Huge sums, particularly when sent all at once, are usually a sign that they are bracing for a big event. As if they were the first to see the impending storm. It all begins to add up to a very optimistic picture when you consider Satoshi breaking his quiet, the unexpected rise in passion, and now the whales making movements. What happened, then? Everything began when the enigmatic leader of the Shiba Inu project, Satoshi Kusama, returned, and he certainly didn't do it in a low key. He made a status update on X, and well, that was enough to make people speak. Is that his new position? I was in the studio, and I was furious, it stated. Well, that's all there is to it. However, such remarks reverberated throughout the neighborhood. Lucy, the Shiba Inu team's head of marketing, was the first to notice. She posted a screen capture of his profile along with her speculation that Satoshi may be the victim of an assault or entangled in a scandal. Imagine getting pulled into something you're not even familiar with. That's what she said precisely. Just that alone sparked a great deal of conjecture. Later on, she dropped a clue that the community might show their support for Satoshi by listening to his next podcast and reading an essay he's writing for Medium. For those who have been keeping up with the news, you may be aware that Satoshi has just launched a podcast series called Shy Speaks Shiba, in which he interviews individuals who are releasing projects on Shibarium. So, it makes sense to be in the studio, but to be extremely angry. The anticipation and intrigue start at that point. However, Satoshi has been remarkably silent on a number of social media platforms this year. He has gone on 2 extended hiatuses, disappearing for weeks at a time. But at this very moment, finally, he has returned, in addition to the rear. His enthusiasm is palpable. He went so far as to write last week on the group's Telegram, asking, "Next week, how about we get back to it?" An impassioned plea for help that, allow me to explain. Others are taking an entirely different interpretation from those who are anxious and fearful that something is wrong. This is seen by many Shiba Inu owners as a healthy kind of aggression. Perhaps Satoshi is furious because he is ready to make a whole commitment. As if he has been quietly developing a major project and is now prepared to unveil it. Quite challenging. It has an aggressive vibe. However, I mean it in a good light. Just look at me do this. Plus, everyone who has been around for a while knows that when Satoshi begins behaving strangely or leaving cryptic messages, something major is generally about to happen. His hallmark move, if you will. Drop a little hint, and suddenly it's all over. There has been a huge change. What happens after that? The Shiba Inu may cut a few zeros off the price and tear through some major opposition. Everything is getting hot, you know. Furthermore, if history is any indication, this may be the beginning of Shiba Inu's next big run. The excitement is building, and it's not just words floating about. This is occurring right now. Do you remember that I said the whales were paying attention? Okay, they're not idling, they're actively doing action. During Monday's early Asian trading hour, whale activity around Shiba Inu virtually doubled. CoinAttack dug more into the consequences of such an increase in whale behavior. Is this what we found? Extremely bullish. Shiba Inu saw a similar incident in November 2024. Transactions involving whales increased from several trillion tokens to around 30 trillion. And then everything got crazy. In a very short period of time, the price almost doubled. Such a move exemplifies the immense power these large holders possess when they coordinate their actions. But this is the most absurd part. The current low number of active addresses, which is roughly the same as last October, does not indicate that individuals are no longer interested. Actually, the opposite is beginning to emerge. A small number of gamers are stealthily amassing Shiba Inu. Looking at the trades will reveal that. Centralized exchanges used to hold more than 140 trillion tokens. That figure has already fallen much below 100 trillion. Then what happened to all those tokens? They were still there. Wallets were used to store them after they were removed from exchanges. A perfect example of accumulation. When the smart money starts to prepare for the next move, they lock up their positions. This tendency is significant. The exchanges have removed more than 100 trillion Shiba Inu tokens. A major power play, that is. On top of that, there are still the burn attempts to consider. Removing even a little amount of surplus supply helps provide a firm foundation, a floor for prices that might unleash much more powerful pumps in the future. Reduced supply and increased demand. Large rallies begin in that way. A perfect storm may be brewing for Shiba Inu right now, what with Satoshi's fire, the whales reawakening, the huge tokens stealthily disappearing from exchanges, and the severe burn mechanism still at work. Soon, a major event will transpire as all the stars are converging. The future of the Shiba Inu is bright, even when looking at the big picture. There's more going on here than simply surface-level excitement. Lucy, who spearheads the Shiba Inu team's marketing efforts, says as much. Something she wrote not long ago struck close to heart. According to her, Shiba Inu is a steadfast endeavor, unlike others that come and go. She stated it like it is. Put aside your jealousy, your rage, and the con artists who are releasing knockoffs. The Shiba Inu is more popular than ever before. She is completely correct. Because Shiba Inu persists despite the chaos, drama, fear, and imitators in the cryptocurrency market. It is currently under development and has the backing of one of the most dedicated communities in the cryptocurrency industry. That level of reliability, its high price tag reflects its substantial message. In a market when many currencies have been falling or barely staying put, Shiba Inu has been steadily rising. With genuine backing and at a steady pace. Not everything is hype and whales. Everyday owners, diamond hands, and believers in the future of this all make up this group. From the major behind-the-scenes movements to the obvious accumulation indicators, from Shitoshi's return to Lucy's certain words, everything is occurring right now. Everything points to the same thing. Shiba Inu isn't only making it through this market, it's positioned to flourish. However, how do you feel about this? Submit your thoughts in the space provided. The day is over now. Remember to give it a big thumbs up. To see our most recent material, share it and subscribe to the channel.